Hey guys, today I want to do a quick video. I ran into the cardiologist today because I had a problem. This is what happened. I'll tell you the whole story so you guys can understand it. And this will kind of help you understand the costs of things around here a little bit. And I wanted to share this with you because it's kind of important. Because a lot of people, when they're over here, they're worried about going to see a doctor or something. The doctors are really, really super cheap here. Okay, today I had to go see a cardiologist because I went in and got an EKG done at the VA. The VA told me that, hey, Steve, you got some kind of problem going on, some electrical blockage or something like that, and you're not getting the proper electricity to pump your heart or whatever properly on one part of it. So I was like, okay, so what do I do? And they says, well, they asked me if I had high blood pressure, and I said yes. They said, you need to go in and see a cardiologist. So I did. So I went in to see this cardiologist at De La Salle University Hospital. Really, really good guy. And I was very, very happy to see him. He sent me down to get the EKG. I sat there probably for seemed like about 5 minutes maybe. They had me all rigged up, ready to go, did the EKG. My girlfriend ran down and paid the bill, come back up. I was sitting outside. They handed me the EKG. I ran down to back down to the doctor's office, and the doctor took a look at it. It was really, really quick. I got to tell you that this guy's really efficient, because some of the doctors there will sit and talk with people for an hour and a half. This guy's got like 5 minutes. He's very efficient in what he does. He knows what he's doing. I really got the impression that this is a man who isn't in a rush, but he looks and knows what he's doing. He's efficient. Okay, so when I saw him, I asked him what's going on, and he says, well, he explained to me about everything about the electrical, and then he says, it's minor, Steve. You really don't have to worry that much about it. It's not really a big deal. He says it's just something that you can live with. We can't really fix it per se. He says, it's one of those things we can't fix unless, maybe if it gets worse or something, we can do something. We'll take a look at it. But he says it's not really something that can be fixed like snapping your fingers, and it's not something that really needs to be fixed because it's really not causing you any issues. He says, you have a heartbeat here, and you're fine, and it's just throwing it off a tiny bit, and it's okay. Everything's all right. So I was like, okay, doc, as long as you say it's okay. And then he gave me some blood pressure medicine, and I was on my way. Well, Murphy's Law says if it can happen, it will. I get home, and we've had problems with an expat for quite a while. And the guy shows his face while I'm sitting there relaxing up at the restaurant up above here. I'm sitting there drinking a mango drink, and he shows up with all his buddies and just decides that he's going to show his face there just to make sure that I know that he's in the neighborhood and he's looking for trouble. So he's like, hi, neighbor, like that type of stuff. And, when you're living in the Philippines, you're going to meet some real meatballs like this. You really are, and it's kind of scary when people like that are around, because you're going to run into some knuckleheads sometimes over here. And knuckleheads will always be around. No matter where you are in the Philippines, you're going to run into knuckleheads just like you do back in the U.S. And I'm saying that generally. You're going to run into people that are always going to try to get your blood pressure up or whatever. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? I just try not to let it bother me and move on with my day or whatever. But there's always going to be some knucklehead that tries to take away your peace. Don't let them do it, man. Don't let them do it. There's people out there that play three-dimensional chess. They love to play it. They know how to do things, and they're evil. And when I got back from a cardiologist of all things, I thought, like, man, that's almost demonic, like what's happening, because it's almost like demonic activity. It's really scary. As it's like, wow, couldn't have happened on a worse day, because I was just sitting up there trying to catch my thoughts and relax, and try to get, because my blood pressure's been having problems, and I'm sitting up there trying to catch my breath and try to just, lower that blood pressure, kind of have the day come to a calm ending, and then that happens. And these people get off on doing stuff like that sometimes, and people that do that, I don't know, it scares you sometimes. But I just want to kind of share that with you. Be careful, guys. who you make friends with here in the Philippines. I'm saying that generally, you know, be careful who you run into here. Be careful who you don't let it, or who you let into your circle. Because when you go to try to get them out of your circle, sometimes they don't go easy. And this case here has been one of those cases where, you know, it hasn't gone easy, and it happens. You know, it happens, and it's rough, it's tough, and it's sad. You know, that people will do that to you. You know, and I've been dealing with this blood pressure thing since this whole thing started, and it's probably what kick-started this whole thing. You know, I'm not quite sure, but it happened right around that time because, you know, I've had the blood pressure issues. But anyway, I wanted to kind of share that with you guys because it only takes one person to take away your peace. It only takes one person to take away your health. You know, and don't let it happen, guys. God bless, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed today's show.